What you're talking about takes a lot of courage. How do we do that? How do we become more courageous, more daring?
Wow. Huh, mate. So I just scanned my life and I just thought about last Friday. We're only at, I think what are we at? We're Tuesday now. So Friday, I'm doing a treatment program here in Boulder where they do therapy for anxiety and depression. But firstly, they inject you with an anesthetic. It's an experimental program, but they're getting amazing results. It's called ketamine treatment. And my first experience was beautiful. My second experience was terrifying. I had a reaction. I think I had a near panic attack while under the anesthetic. So my brain, I didn't even have all my faculties. I'm sitting there, the therapist is there. There's no machine hooked up to me and my heart's pounding and I'm worried that I'm having an allergic reaction. It was horrible. It was disorienting. And I'm like, am I going to die? And they're not even going to know about it. So that was an unpleasant experience. And I'm booked in for 6 sessions. So to your question, how do I find the courage to go back for session number 3? Knowing that I might have I might have an allergic reaction or a panic attack or something like that. And I did a number of things. One is I talked to a lot of people about it, right? Talk to a coach is one thing that you can do. I talked to my therapist about it. I said, I'm not willing to go and have another session until we've spoken. I need help. I need support. I got to reframe this. Then I did some research. I looked at the studies. I got some information about it. I needed to know, is this a bad decision for my body? Or is this part of life? Is this part of what to expect? And what I decided in the end was, this is why I'm going to it. I'm willing to confront this. Also, we looked at what can I do to make it more comfortable next time. Therapists can hold my feet. Didn't know that. I can say, hey, slow down the infusion, stop the drip. Didn't know I could do that. So there are a whole bunch of things that I could do to tone it down if I need to. And I decided, David, this is a good move. I am willing to be afraid. And that would be the biggest piece of it. I'm willing to be afraid. I'm willing to have a panic attack and I can deal with it. I've got the resources. And so where are we? We're at Tuesday. Yesterday, I went in and I had my 3rd session and I was fully ready to be afraid. And Ty, the most amazing thing happened. I didn't get afraid. Maybe little shadows of it, but I was welcoming it. Like, okay, here it goes. I heard an ambulance siren in the first 10 minutes, started triggering something. I said, all right, let's welcome this. And then it just passed. And I had the most profound experience of my life yesterday, all because I was willing to be afraid. Now, I want to give a caveat to listeners. You don't have to do anything you're afraid of, mostly in life. You don't have to do it. I was at choice. I could have said, no, I'm going to stop the program now. But I went and got the resources I need, got to the point where I was willing to ride my edge and go into it. And that's my invitation. If there's something you're afraid of, something you want to do, in business, it might be asking a celebrity for an endorsement. It might be confronting an employee who's constantly late. It might be making a confession to somebody just to tell the truth. If you notice some fear around it, I hope some of the things I've mentioned today might give you some more courage to go into it and say, hey, I'm willing to be afraid anyway, because this is right for me and this is right for the world. And if you're not, if it's too scary for you, hey, most things you don't actually have to do. It'll likely be there when and if at some point in life you feel resourced enough to go and do it. Again, I come back to coaching. I think a coach or a therapist can help you find a way, find a framework so it's not so scary, just the way I was able to do it this week.